Hey folks, Jer here on Tuesday the 6th of December at The View with your Leeds news and usual logistical stuff. If you want to support the channel, if you like the content on the channel, you can do so by subscribing. And we're like 40 off 4,000, so it'd be great to get to that in the next couple of weeks. But massive thanks to everyone who's already done so and supports the channel. And we'll crack on with the news, and we'll start with some incoming news and some clarity around Matheus Cunha and the deal for him. According to journalist Mateo Moreta, Wolves are leading the race to sign the Brazilian striker. Aston Villa, Everton have all closely monitoring the situation apparently now as well. 23-year-old was on Leeds' target back in 2021, and reports claim that a £15 million bid might be enough to prize the player away from Atletico Madrid. Atletico are looking at offloading a couple of players at the moment due to their financial situations and the Champions League situation, and that may help Leeds a little bit. Wolves are the favourites to land the player. They obviously have Lopetegui as their manager now as well, which they're going to heavily invest. And if Leeds want this, they want to start moving. I said this to somebody yesterday. I don't understand why clubs wait till the 1st of January to start making bids and doing business. You can do that now and have the player come in on the 1st of January. So Nottingham Forest already signing players, so Leeds should get moving on the positions that they need to. Cunha has struggled for form with Atletico, but has got a pedigree. He's only 23, so there's plenty of time for him to come good. And he has got a pedigree in the past that suggests there are goals in the player. So plenty of time to get used to the Premier League, plenty of time to get used to playing for a Premier League club. So fingers crossed it could be Leeds. Players that are not so happy at Leeds. Cody Drameh has flown out to Spain this week amidst contract problems and issues around the player's future at Leeds. And according to Graham Bailey, Newcastle, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Middlesbrough, Norwich, Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig, along with clubs in France and Italy, are all said to be interested in the player. He must have one hell of an agent, because I don't know what they're looking at that suggests that all those clubs want to sign him, and that he'd go into their first team. I think he'd struggle to get into most of those teams' first teams. There's no doubt that Cody has quality, but he hasn't shown it in the first team for Leeds when he has gotten his chances. I don't know. The player looks like he will leave in January. His contract is up at the end of 2024, and a contract renewal apparently is off the table, so it looks like Leeds will probably offload the player come January. Don't know how I feel about it. Part of me is like, we should keep on holding the young players. Other part of me thinks if he's got a bit of an attitude problem, if he doesn't want to be at Leeds, if he doesn't want to stick around and fight first place, then he should go. He's still young, he's got plenty of time. Wait and see, I suppose. Moving on to other players and absentees over at the Spanish camp at the moment. Junior Firpo is expected to stay at Thorpe Arch. There have been mixed reports this week about whether he would fly out and join the group later on in the week, or whether he was planning on staying at Thorpe Arch. According to the Leeds official site, he is going to be staying at Thorpe Arch to get rehab on a groin strain injury. That's according to the official site. He won't be in Spain, along with Ilian Meslier and Christopher Klassen, who are both struggling with a viral illness, the club have said. So those players are staying at home. This is okay, though. This gives a chance for Robles and for Danny van de Heuvel to get some minutes as well. So especially for Danny, it'd be great to see that happen as well. Young players at the club, Mateo Joseph, good one here. Rodrigo has been talking up the young striker, and he has been saying that he is completely sure that Mateo Joseph will shine for Leeds. Rodrigo is said to have taken the youngster under his wing at Leeds, and when being quoted on it, he said, "I'm really happy for him. He's doing really well this season for the under-21s, and I'm completely sure he will have more chances in the first team and will be able to show his quality during this season and next for Leeds." He's had a fantastic season from the 20s, and he's looked okay. The Wolves match, I thought he looked okay in it. More to come from Mateo Joseph. And there's also that question mark of, will he declare for Spain or will he declare for England? He can play for both, so that could be an interesting thing to keep an eye on as well. The main story of today, and our second last story, and we're talking about John Kevin Augustin, and Leeds have finally broke their silence on the CAS verdict. Leeds are said to have made their payment. So they were looking at a possible appeal again to a Swiss tribunal, which looks like they've decided against now. And the first payment has been made to RB Leipzig. The statement on the Leeds site said, Leeds United and RB Leipzig are pleased to announce that they have reached an amicable resolution to the dispute between the two clubs. Further details of which are confidential will remain with the two parties. So that suggests there's been some sort of negotiation, but Leeds were on the hook for €21 million. CAS said that Leeds were liable for it and should pay it. Whether Leeds have gone through the original agreement, which was 3 separate payments, or they have gone in with a full payment 21, or there's been a deal for a lesser amount of money. all of that information looks like it's going to be kept in-house and will be a bit of a secret, I suppose, going forward. So, but nice to see some news finally coming out on that. And I would be, if I was Leeds, I would be questioning my legal team and questioning their own decision making on this, because they've got this wrong. They've really got this wrong. 2 different sets of courts have gone against Leeds on this, so their legal advice clearly wasn't on point with this. So, I've said it earlier on this season, Leeds tried to pull a fast one to get out of a deal here. They got caught. Just own up, pay up, and back away from the deal. You know, shame is that we don't have a player that we can sell. Could have got some money back for him. And then lastly today, Lewis Bate. This is nice. Joe Donoghue has been catching up with Lewis Bate at Oxford last week, and he has some lovely quotes from Lewis Bate. Having a decent season for Oxford. He's got 4 assists so far and has been playing plenty of minutes, according to Joe Donoghue as well. And Bate said that obviously he moved to Leeds last season for a reason, to play in the Premier League, and he said that he fell in love with the club. He said this season was always about getting minutes, and I feel for first team football, the plan is to go back to Leeds, and if that doesn't work out straight away, then we'll see what happens. It won't set me back. My ultimate goal is to play for Leeds United in the Premier League. Another player has got a smashing attitude. For people who watched the Academy documentary, it was hard not to like the relationship between him and Sean McGurk. I talked to my girlfriend about this a bit, and different people seem to have liked different players for different reasons. She's a big fan of Sam Greenwood. I quite like Sean McGurk's story. I really like that, relate to it. So it's they're a great bunch of young lads, and I'd like to see them all come through. But Lewis Bate doing all the right things and saying all the right things so far in order to make his return to Leeds and hopefully get some Premier League minutes under his belt and push his way into the first team. He's still young. He's got plenty of time. And that is it, folks, for today. Thanks for joining me. And again, as usual, if you like the channel, you can like and subscribe. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Leeds news. Have a great day. See you then. Bye.